The very snacks you instinctively reach for, the ones you've been told are wholesome and beneficial, might secretly be working against your well-being, pushing you closer to debilitating conditions without you even realizing it. Imagine a silent saboteur lurking in your kitchen cabinet, stealthily increasing your risk of heart disease by an astonishing 48%, especially as you gracefully navigate your senior years. This isn't sensationalism, it's a stark reality backed by rigorous, multi-year research published in the prestigious Journal of the American College of Cardiology. What's truly terrifying is that some of the most beloved and widely consumed nuts, those staple items in countless homes, are capable of quietly escalating your blood pressure, fueling inflammation throughout your body, obstructing vital arteries, and even accelerating cognitive decline. Many seniors consume them daily, under the mistaken impression they are making a healthy choice. Even more alarming, a specific nut, whose shocking identity we're about to unveil, harbors a hidden, poisonous compound. Regular consumption of this substance can inflict severe damage on your liver, kidneys, and precious cognitive abilities. There's a high probability this very nut is sitting in your snack jar right now, often touted by even low-carb diet enthusiasts as a health hero. Yet it could be silently inflicting permanent harm on your aging body. But don't despair. This revelation is not meant to instill fear, but to empower you with life-saving knowledge. We are about to embark on the most comprehensive guide to nut consumption you will ever find. We'll reveal which nuts are your allies, the safest, the absolute best, for your heart and the most potent fuel for your brain. More importantly, we will expose the dangerous imposters you must avoid at all costs. Make sure you stay with us until the very end, because there's a profound and little discussed truth about the single most dangerous nut, a silent threat that could be wreaking havoc on your health without your knowledge. The bone-strengthening powerhouse, almonds. Among the pantheon of foods that an aging body truly thrives on, the humble almond reigns supreme. Its exceptional nutritional profile makes it a formidable weapon in the fight against the natural decline that accompanies the passing years. The secret to its power lies in its incredibly high content of both calcium and vitamin E, a dynamic duo that works synergistically to fortify your bones and keep them remarkably strong. As we age, especially beyond 65, our bones naturally become more porous and brittle, accelerating the process of natural bone loss and dramatically increasing the risk of serious fractures that can lead to debilitating complications. However, by simply incorporating a mere quarter cup of almonds into your daily routine, you can actively slow down this unwelcome progression, providing your body with approximately 97 milligrams of essential calcium. But the benefits of almonds extend far beyond just calcium. They are also an excellent source of magnesium, a vital mineral that, surprisingly, many elderly individuals are severely lacking. This is precisely what makes almonds so uniquely beneficial. Magnesium acts as a crucial transporter, ensuring that calcium doesn't accumulate harmfully in your arteries, but instead is efficiently delivered to where it's needed most, your bones. Furthermore, the heart-healthy monounsaturated fats found abundantly in almonds play a pivotal role in maintaining cardiovascular health. They actively work to lower levels of bad LDL cholesterol, a critical function as the risk of cardiovascular disease naturally escalates with age. For optimal benefits, it's highly recommended that seniors consume a daily serving of 15 to 20 almonds, ideally uncooked or dry roasted without any added salt. Beyond their profound impact on bone and heart health, almonds are also an excellent ally against constipation, a common and uncomfortable affliction affecting roughly 40% of the elderly population. Their impressive fiber content, around 3.5 grams per serving, acts as a gentle yet effective natural remedy. And as if that wasn't enough, groundbreaking studies conducted by researchers at Tufts University have illuminated another incredible benefit. Almonds can help shield your precious brain cells from oxidative damage, a major concern for many as they contemplate the prospect of aging. To maximize their antioxidant power, always opt for almonds with their skins still on, as the skins contain flavonoids that, when combined with vitamin E, double the almond's potency as antioxidants. A word of caution, however, for elderly individuals who experience difficulty swallowing, almonds can pose a choking hazard. Always ensure they are thoroughly chewed before ingestion. The cognitive enhancer, walnuts. With their distinctive brain-like convolutions, it's almost as if walnuts were designed by nature specifically to nourish the very organ they so strikingly resemble. These extraordinary nuts undeniably stand out as one of the premier brain foods available for seniors. Their unparalleled status is largely due to being the richest source of the plant-based omega-3 fatty acid, alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, among all popular nuts. This particular attribute is profoundly significant for the aging brain, as omega-3s are absolutely essential for efficient neurotransmission and for maintaining the integrity of brain cell membranes. In a compelling new study published in the Journal of Nutrition, seniors who incorporated just 1.5 ounces of walnuts into their daily diet for 8 weeks exhibited remarkable improvements in cognitive processing speed and mental flexibility. Beyond their omega-3 power, walnuts possess distinctive polyphenolic compounds that are believed to actively combat inflammation in neural tissues. These powerful compounds can even penetrate the delicate blood-brain barrier, potentially impeding the progression of devastating neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's and dementia. What many people don't realize is that walnuts also contain melatonin, a hormone whose levels typically decline with age, often leading to sleep disturbances for many seniors. Some individuals find that enjoying a handful of walnuts before bedtime can significantly contribute to a more restful night's sleep. The multifaceted benefits of walnuts extend to cardiovascular health as well. Their unique combination of arginine, an amino acid crucial for promoting healthy blood vessel function, and polyphenols, which actively reduce oxidative stress, makes them incredibly protective for the heart. In fact, walnuts have been shown to even enhance the effectiveness of blood pressure medications by helping the elderly maintain greater flexibility in their arteries. To unlock their maximum potential, always store walnuts in the refrigerator to prevent their delicate oils from becoming rancid. Aim for a daily intake of 7 to 9 walnut halves. As an enjoyable bonus, the act of cracking walnuts yourself offers a wonderful opportunity to keep your fine motor skills sharp and engaged. Don't be deterred by the slight, naturally protective bitterness of walnuts. That very flavor is a testament to their potent antioxidant content. The blood pressure regulator, pistachios. When it comes to the vast array of health benefits offered by nuts, especially for seniors, pistachios might just be the most profoundly underrated. This is particularly true for their remarkable ability to regulate blood pressure. What sets pistachios apart is their unique nutritional balance, a naturally low sodium content paired with a notably high potassium content, approximately 285 milligrams per serving. This precise mineral equilibrium makes them an exceptionally healthy snack choice, particularly vital for the elderly, as it actively helps to prevent the kidneys from retaining excess salt, a common issue as we age. Their impact is so significant that regular consumption can lower systolic blood pressure by 3 to 5 points, a benefit comparable to some prescription medications, but without the unwelcome side effects. Beyond blood pressure, pistachios shine in another critical area, vision health. Their abundant lutein and zeaxanthin content, powerful carotenoids, provide robust protection against age-related macular degeneration, AMD, which is the leading cause of vision loss in individuals over the age of 60. By specifically concentrating in the macula of the eye, these compounds act as a natural shield. Seniors can savor the satisfying crunch of pistachios without the concern of potential damage to their teeth and gums that can sometimes arise from harder nuts. The vibrant green and purple hues of pistachios are not merely aesthetically pleasing. These colors are indicators of the powerful antioxidants they contain, which actively work to neutralize free radicals that accelerate the aging process throughout the body. Furthermore, pistachios offer a truly practical advantage for older adults. They naturally encourage mindful eating and help prevent overconsumption. The simple act of shelling them naturally slows down the eating process, turning snacking into a calming and cognitively stimulating experience. Research published in the International Journal of Obesity highlights that the visual cue of empty shells helps seniors better manage their intake by providing a clear indicator of how much they've consumed. Even if you struggle with arthritis in your hands, you can still reap the benefits of shelling by seeking out pistachios that are already partially opened. For optimal benefits, aim for approximately 49 pistachios per day, which is roughly 1 ounce of unsalted or lightly salted pistachios. For the significant 25% of Americans over the age of 65 who are diabetic or pre-diabetic, the 3 grams of fiber per ounce of pistachios is incredibly helpful in regulating blood sugar levels. The thyroid tamer, Brazil nuts. Taking the coveted first spot on our list of beneficial nuts for seniors are Brazil nuts, primarily for their profound and often overlooked impact on thyroid function, a critical component of healthy aging. These truly extraordinary nuts are, without a doubt, the richest known dietary source of selenium on the planet, with a single nut providing a staggering 96 micrograms, or 137% of your daily recommended intake. This is enormously important because thyroid disorders affect up to 20% of individuals over 65, and many cases go tragically undiagnosed, with symptoms often mistakenly attributed to the natural aging process. Selenium, which Brazil nuts provide in abundance, is absolutely essential for the activation of thyroid hormones, which in turn orchestrate vital bodily functions such as energy production, metabolism, and mood regulation. But the benefits of Brazil nuts extend beyond just thyroid support. The unique fatty acids they contain play a crucial role in preserving myelin, the protective sheath that insulates our nerve cells and often diminishes with age. This myelin maintenance can help seniors maintain sharper reflexes, quicker reaction times, and more efficient cognitive processing speeds. What's particularly fascinating about the selenium in Brazil nuts is its organic bonding, which makes it far more bioavailable and easier for your body to utilize compared to synthetic selenium supplements. Brazil nuts are so potent that you only need a small quantity to experience their effects, and their rich, creamy texture makes even a modest amount incredibly satisfying. In fact, due to the potential negative effects of excessive selenium, it's generally advised that seniors consume no more than 1 or 2 Brazil nuts per day. When purchasing Brazil nuts, try to select those that are still in their shells, as this natural packaging helps to preserve their valuable nutrients for a longer duration. Due to their high fat content, it's also wise to store them in the refrigerator to prevent rancidity. The combination of fiber and natural oils in Brazil nuts also contributes to maintaining intestinal regularity, offering an additional advantage for seniors who frequently contend with constipation. For many elderly individuals who might typically gravitate towards less nutritious snacks, Brazil nuts offer a wonderful alternative, thanks to their naturally sweet and buttery flavor. Perhaps the most astounding new evidence suggests that certain antioxidants found in Brazil nuts may even slow the natural shortening of telomeres, the protective caps on chromosomes that typically shrink with age and directly influence cellular aging. If you're 65 or older, these nuts are truly a gift. Inflammatory trigger, peanuts. Despite their ubiquitous presence and widespread consumption, peanuts harbor a range of problematic characteristics that make them particularly concerning for many elderly individuals. The first, and perhaps most surprising truth, is that peanuts are not actually nuts at all. They are legumes growing underground. This botanical distinction makes them especially susceptible to mold and aflatoxins, dangerous mycotoxins naturally produced by certain molds that can inflict damage upon the liver and significantly increase cancer risk if ingested frequently. As our bodies age, their natural detoxification mechanisms inevitably become less efficient, meaning this risk becomes even more pronounced and worrisome for seniors. Even more troubling is the fact that peanuts contain proteins that can trigger inflammatory reactions in many individuals, even in the absence of a full-blown allergy. For aging persons who are already at an elevated risk for chronic joint discomfort, cardiovascular stress, and cognitive decline, this low-grade persistent inflammation can unfortunately exacerbate all 3 conditions. The problem is compounded by the fact that most Americans already consume an excessive amount of omega-6 fatty acids, compared to the crucial anti-inflammatory omega-3s, and the high omega-6 concentration in peanuts only intensifies this imbalance. A critical and often overlooked danger is the potentially fatal interaction between peanuts and blood. Thinners, such as warfarin, due to the vitamin K content in peanuts, a crucial warning many doctors fail to convey to their elderly patients. The situation is made even worse by commercial peanut butters, which often contain hydrogenated oils, excessive sodium, and added sugars, creating a dangerous cocktail for already vulnerable aging cardiovascular systems. The 63% of American seniors who already suffer from hypertension have enough to worry about. Even natural peanut butter, without additional salt, can elevate blood pressure. Another significant concern is that peanuts, if not stored correctly, can easily go rancid, leading to the production of harmful free radicals. Furthermore, the common industrial practice of dry roasting peanuts for commercial purposes produces acrylamide, a chemical linked to potential cognitive degrading effects, a particularly worrying prospect for individuals already concerned about memory loss. Even if you've been a lifelong peanut consumer without noticeable side effects, making the switch to one of our recommended nuts, even just 3 days a week, can significantly help you acquire essential nutrients while drastically reducing your exposure to these numerous harmful substances. The hidden sugar spike, cashews. Due to their remarkably high carbohydrate content and significant glycemic impact, cashews present a unique and often unrecognized risk to the elderly. Unlike true tree nuts, cashews contain fewer protective fibers and a substantially higher amount of carbohydrates, approximately 9 grams per ounce. This creates a blood sugar response that can be particularly detrimental for older adults, considering that around 25% of individuals over 65 have diabetes, and an additional 48% are pre-diabetic. This situation is especially concerning because cashews often enjoy a positive health reputation, leading many seniors to consume them in excess without adequately considering their potential effects on blood sugar levels. Beyond their glycemic impact, the smooth and curved shape of cashews presents a genuine choking hazard, a risk that should not be underestimated, especially for individuals with swallowing difficulties. They are, in fact, one of the most frequently aspirated nuts among seniors. Nutritionally, cashews also pose challenges due to their high oxalate content. Oxalates are compounds that can bind to calcium in the gut, thereby reducing calcium absorption, a major issue for elderly individuals who are already at an increased risk of osteoporosis. For those already predisposed to kidney stones, the danger dramatically increases after the age of 60 due to these very same oxalates. There's a further, often unseen problem associated with cashew processing. Cashews undergo extensive processing to remove urushiol, a poisonous chemical also found in poison ivy, which unfortunately strips away much of their nutritional value. Many commercially available variations are also oil roasted and excessively salted, introducing harmful fats and sodium that can exacerbate blood pressure issues and put added strain on the heart. Cashews also contain enzyme inhibitors, which can impede protein digestion, a particular problem for seniors who frequently struggle with digesting food and absorbing protein as it is. What many people don't realize is that the creamy texture of cashews makes them incredibly easy to overconsume, a potential contributor to weight gain during a life stage when maintaining a healthy weight becomes increasingly challenging. Consider substituting cashews with walnuts or almonds on a regular basis for a healthier snack that offers superior nutritional characteristics with fewer threats to aging bodies. The calorie and fat trap, macadamia nuts. Despite their undeniably exquisite flavor, macadamia nuts pose a significant health risk to the elderly, primarily due to their extremely high calorie density. They are, in fact, the most calorically dense nut available, packing approximately 200 calories into a single ounce. This caloric load adds considerable stress to the already challenging task of weight management for the elderly, especially when considering that metabolic rates inevitably decline with age. Furthermore, their extraordinarily high fat content, around 22 grams per ounce, can exacerbate the already diminished efficiency of the gallbladder, potentially triggering painful episodes that might otherwise go unnoticed in the 15% of seniors who have asymptomatic gallstones. Beyond their caloric burden, macadamia nuts are also among the nuts with the highest saturated fat content at about 3 grams per ounce, which can elevate levels of LDL, bad cholesterol, a significant concern for many elderly individuals already managing their cardiovascular health. Their density and inherent hardness also present a serious threat to the oral health of seniors, particularly those with crowns, bridges, or weakened teeth. This is especially problematic for individuals over the age of 65, when tooth enamel naturally weakens due to wear and diminished calcium absorption. From a practical standpoint, macadamia nuts are also among the most expensive nuts. This can inadvertently lead seniors who are budget conscious to choose cheaper varieties that are more likely to be rancid or improperly stored, exposing them to even more dangerous oxidized lipids. The nutritional composition of commercially available macadamia nuts is already suboptimal, and they are frequently oil roasted and excessively salted, further adding harmful sodium and damaged lipids. Their rich, buttery flavor can easily lead to overeating, particularly for older people who may have less refined tastes and are drawn to bolder flavors. It is truly worrisome that many elderly individuals consume macadamia nuts believing they are beneficial for their hearts. Yet research highlighting the cardiovascular benefits of nuts has largely overlooked or even downplayed the role of such high-fat nuts like macadamia. For a significantly superior nutritional profile specifically tailored to aging bodies, especially concerning heart health, consider switching to pistachios if you have been regularly enjoying macadamia nuts. The medication disruptor. Pine nuts. Among the most problematic nuts for the elderly, for a multitude of reasons that are particularly acute for this demographic, are pine nuts, famously known as a medication disruptor. The most alarming concern is their propensity to contain chemicals that interact with more than 60% of the prescription medications commonly administered to seniors. This means the effectiveness of these vital drugs could be diminished, or worse, harmful side effects could be introduced. While many prescription drugs are known to interact with each other, this risk is particularly pronounced with statins, certain antidepressants, and various blood pressure medications frequently prescribed to individuals over the age of 65. Disturbingly, most doctors and pharmacists fail to adequately inform their patients about the critical risk of food and drug interactions, a major red flag that often leaves seniors vulnerable. The most uniquely unsettling side effect of pine nuts is pine nut sickness, a syndrome that causes pine nuts to impart a lingering, bitter metallic taste that can persist for weeks after consumption. While this might seem like a minor inconvenience, it can have a devastating impact on older adults due to the well-established correlation between taste alterations and a significant decrease in appetite and overall nutritional status. Research indicates that as many as 42% of those affected experience a substantial reduction in body weight. This syndrome appears to be more common in the elderly, potentially attributable to age-related changes in taste receptors and detoxification pathways. Furthermore, pine nuts contain a high proportion of polyunsaturated fats, which are highly susceptible to oxidation and can rapidly generate inflammatory chemicals. This presents a considerable concern for elderly individuals who are often already grappling with inflammatory conditions like arthritis. Their small size and slick texture also make them a significant aspiration hazard, which is particularly worrisome for older persons who have difficulty swallowing or those who take medications that cause dry mouth, a problem affecting over 70% of seniors on multiple prescriptions. While the body's ability to absorb proteins naturally diminishes with age, pine nuts contain enzyme inhibitors that can further impede protein digestion during this critical life stage. Due to their high oil content, pine nuts, even when incorporated into pesto, their most common culinary application, are a calorie-dense food item that can contribute to weight management issues prevalent after the age of 65. Most concerningly, new research is pointing to certain chemicals found in some pine nut varieties as a potential accelerator of age-related macular degeneration, AMD, the primary cause of vision loss in the elderly. After the age of 65, it's wise to simply steer clear of these 4 specific nuts. The dietary choices we make, particularly concerning which nuts we embrace and which we avoid, hold the profound power to shape a person's health, vitality, and precious brain function during their twilight years. Remember, consistency in applying even minor adjustments yields truly enormous and life-changing outcomes in the long run. Now we turn to you. Has your health journey been impacted by dietary changes, specifically the addition or removal of certain nuts? Tell us which nut has had the most significant effect on your life. Share your insights and personal stories in the comments section below. Your input is invaluable to our community.